There's a lot going on again, bro, as seen with Monique. Monique got a lot going on this week, man. Stemming from that Club Shay Shay interview, man. You know, put her in the light.
Club Shay Shay, boy. We talked about it last week, man. I'm trying to tell you, they turned that into spillyourtruth.com. You go up in that mud, boy. You got to air your grievances.
But like I said on the last one, I don't blame it on Shay for that. You know what I'm saying? People, you can't control.
I know he didn't want it to be that, though.
Yeah, you can't control what people doing and shit.
But before that interview, he ain't want it to be like that, though.
No, he didn't. But what it led to, and like we was getting into, man, Monique, like I said, they put the spotlight on you, man. And if you got somebody out there that's like you ain't living right, and they watching you on here portraying something that maybe is not you, and we not saying that this is not who she's, who she is, or what she's showing right now. We not saying that's not who she is, but from her son, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even know Monique had a son.
I knew from back in the day. I knew because she had said it in like one of her little stand-ups about it. She had a little thing that she talking about her kid. So I knew she had a son.
Well, let me ask you, how many kids do she got? One son or does she got multiple kids?
I just know about the one.
Okay,
her and the dude, Sydney, her husband, I don't think they got kids.
I wouldn't think so, bro, man. That nigga look like he's a stepfather.
That boy.
He look like he's a stepfather that tell you to send all your kids away. I mean, I'm just saying that's
what's
how he
weird,
look.
though, is crazy, because I know we're going to get back into this, man, that he said as far as when they first got married, he was like, yeah, whoop, I told her son, I guess he didn't call him daddy, he called him like Uncle Sidney or something. I was just like, I just rather you don't call me nothing. You
just
know?
Call me Sidney.
Just call me my name. You call the nigga Uncle Sidney.
Yeah, that's teaching a kid the wrong shit anyway, right?
Yeah,
there. Like,
and don't get me wrong, her son is highly intelligent. Highly, when you hear when he speak, he's highly educated. You can tell, like,
grown nigga, like he like damn man, like my age. It look like shit. But the nigga basically has said that he ain't had no contact in the image that she's portraying out here as being this motherly figure. And he's basically saying like it's kind of weird when you're not being a motherly figure to your own. Yeah,
and then you came up as Miss Parker. And Miss Parker's known for showing love to everybody, kid. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of messed up because you never know what's going on behind these superstars' lives. You know what I'm saying? Like they talk about Illuminati sometimes. You got to sacrifice stuff to get to where you need to be. Sometimes relationships with your kids, which never should be sacrificed. Never. You know what I'm saying? But it's sad to hear that because I was watching his response because she had put up the text message thread of basically this is what our conversation. He was just hitting her back and forth like, love your mom, keep doing your thing. He's still supporting. He said in the video, like, I support my mom because I seen my mom go through it and come up and be on top. And I want her to stay on top. But he's supportive, but he just like, don't try to act all American over here.
I mean, I can understand where he coming from because the text messages that was, and if we haven't said it already, it was some text messages that Monique posted, which that's really what I was getting at. I feel Monique kind of stepped outside of being a parent right there and kind of got sucked into the whole social media, trying to impress us people on social media or trying to basically bare her soul to us, which, and be honest with you, like, I ain't gonna say we don't give a fuck, but at the same time, like, it's not our situation.
And as smart a woman as she is, man, it's like, why you put that out there? That's your son. That's your child. I was like, it's like you just said, it's like she trying to prove a point to us instead of prove a point to him. You trying to prove a point to the wrong person. Yeah. Your son is the person you need to build that relationship with. He's saying you haven't been there, you've been, woo. Then I don't believe he lying. What he got to lie for? That's up to you to mend that bridge. And you don't mend it by putting the text message out to the world like, oh, everything cool. Don't listen to what he's saying.
Nothing. It's like, don't listen to what he's saying. This is what's going like. I don't think the text messages helped her at all because like the text messages was like 2020, like it was like last text message was like 2021. Yeah. We in 2024.
3 years.
3 years. So, and then like I'm saying, like the text messages is just like, can you call? I mean, she was being motherly in the text. I'm not gonna take that away from her, but I'm saying like it just don't sound like her. It doesn't look like how you would basically speak with your mom. Yeah. I ain't never in my life, bro. And I lived with my mother, growing up. But even with my dad,
I hope you lived with your mother growing up, man.
No, I'm saying like that's why I lived with. I grew up with my mother. I ain't grew up with my dad. But I'm saying like I ain't never in my life, even with me and my dad relationship, I ain't never in my life hit him up and said, can I call you up? Can you do this and that? Can you do this? Either like, be honest with you, it's either you gonna do it or you gonna, either you gonna do it or you ain't gonna do it. I can't imagine
do it or you gonna slide.
Yeah, I can't imagine hitting my mom up or my dad up or anybody. I can't imagine hitting my auntie up and being like, hey, you got time to talk to me today? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's crazy.
You got time for me today? Like, that kind of looked
And
crazy.
Another thing I thought about too, man, and it's sad because you miss out on your grandchildren's life. He just had a girl. She ain't no more than about 2. You got a little girl. I ain't seen no pictures with Monique and his daughter, so I was just like, dang, man, you not only that, but you miss out on your kids' life, your grandkids' life. You know what I'm saying? Then he was like, man, the funny thing is my daughter acts like her. He has a lot of her in his daughter.
I know she turned this.
That's crazy, bro, and it's just messed up because Monique, we look at her, we put her on a bigger pedestal than we put any pretty much female comedian, any.
Yeah.
And they hear that stuff come out.
I feel Samora is still the best comedian, bro. But
she a dog.
Monique has a way better career. Yes.
You very better. And another thing we can do this for getting out of here on this subject, man. Do you feel like her relationship with her husband messed up her relationship with her son?
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I couldn't even, just kidding, all the way on it, bro. I couldn't even be, I couldn't imagine my mom, bro. And I know, like I said, different strokes for different folks. I just couldn't imagine my mom in front of me, at least, calling my father, even my father. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about my biological father. I couldn't imagine my mom calling him daddy. Couldn't imagine them, you know what I'm saying? I'd had women call me daddy before, but it's in a different way, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe in a, behind the closed doors way I was saying.
Yeah, it's just not an openly like, hey, daddy, what you want something to eat? Yeah. Hey, daddy, you want to do? Like, wait a minute, man.
And I don't want to be your daddy. I don't want to be your daddy because, like I said, like,
I want to be your father, girl.
No, I don't want to be your father. But I'm saying, like, on some real shit, like, I think she had said something like, she had problems, obviously, with her father. You know what I'm saying? She spoke on this before, but I just don't. I'm trying to lock my mind around on how logically that makes sense to be actually calling the man that you love and you want to spend your life with daddy.
Yeah, that's weird. And then creepy. With her brother abusing her as a child, and it's kind of like you calling him dad. It kind of just gives off like hurt child vibes. Like,
you know what I'm saying? You want to be a child, like you know what I'm saying?
Because that's how their relationship kind of look. It looks like she's the go-getter, and he's the husband/pimp. Get this bread. Manager. Manager. Yeah.
Pimp manager, whatever.
You know what I'm saying? And I think Monique is just way better than that. I just think that for some females or some women, is when they find a nigga that they can comfortable around, that they think love them, it's hard for them to let go, even if that nigga not right for them. You know what I'm saying? Because even though she this big a star, she probably in her head's like, this is it for me. I'm married. This nigga here for me. I'm good. You know what I'm saying? She's so used to daddy this, daddy that, because basically you don't train her. When anybody say it that much, they've been trained, bro. Real talk.
I mean, I'm not going to go against that.
Hey, you know what era the cloth I'm from, man. I don't see it all. Oh, yeah. But that's trained right there, bro. When somebody call you that much, that's like he like, hey, call me daddy.
I mean, I can't disagree with it, man, because like I said, she's not, giving me anything to disagree on her damn self. So it's just kind of like, crazy when you're looking at how her son is now an adult reaching out, and you look at the relationship with the father, with the husband, and you see, like, first of all, anytime that she do an interview, I don't think that's smart to always have him in the same damn interview. It's like, are y'all a fucking group? Like, I'm talking
basically,
about.
That's what he said. Even when they addressed the son, they addressed it together. I'm like,
that's not even that's
not even your daddy. That's not even his daddy.
I could understand if you've been in, like, it would be different if I don't know their relationship, but if you raised the boy, like you raised him and shit like that, yeah, you gotta say so on how he turned out, or you got a little bit more information about the case. But when you stepped in or whatever, man, and from what he's saying is basically like, yo, you kind of like, I ain't gonna say divided us, but she went with her husband, over her own kid. That's what he kind of giving off.
Yeah.
So
definitely giving off them type of vibes to me, but
it's crazy, man.
Yeah, man, you never know what's behind every celebrity's curtains when it's pulled back out there for the public to see. That's why sometimes, and then again, like I said, we're going to get off this. Monique brought this upon herself because she didn't have to put him in the interview.
Nah,
she didn't have to say nothing.
First of all, I told you, like, she shouldn't even did the interview with the husband. She shouldn't even brought the son up.
At all.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't gonna bring up something that I know that, you know,
It's gonna be that type of backlash. You know that.
Man. But, you know, shout out to Monique, man. Definitely, man, she's killing it on tour right now, man. You know, we definitely gonna see how this situation turn out. Hopefully it turn out for the best, man.
Yes, sir.